Hi you guys, welcome back. So just last month, Florida announced a new plan to use state inspection stations and new pullover lanes near its northern border to check commercial vehicles for undocumented immigrants. Now, the announcement follows a fatal accident on the Florida Turnpike in which an undocumented immigrant driving a semi-truck killed 3 people.
The illegal alien truck driver charged in a deadly wreck is set to make his first court appearance today. He's facing vehicular homicide charges and deportation. Florida's Lieutenant Governor Jay Collins personally escorting the illegal alien from the sanctuary state of California, where he was given a commercial driver's license.
So this new program involving the Florida Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services will allow trained state and local law enforcement officers to perform certain immigration law enforcement functions. And the type of vehicles that will be targeted are commercial vehicles. And officers will have to verify that drivers are proficient in English and are in the country legally. So in order to start these checkpoints, the state will be adding a 24th inspection station and multiple pullover lanes near the nation's northern border. The existing 23 stations will also be used for this same initiative. So they're going to be checking drivers who are holding out-of-state driver's licenses issued in states considered sanctuary states. So this is where it gets interesting, because they're going to be checking those, because what is the thing with sanctuary states, right? They allow illegal immigrants to come in and do whatever they want, right? They get free room, free board, free money. And in this case, this guy was able to come here illegally and then obtain a commercial driver's license, drive a semi-truck, and tragedy followed.
Why was this individual, when people hear this horrific story, this illegal alien driver, Harjinder Singh, makes this U-turn in a, official only zone where people are coming the other direction, 70 miles an hour, 3 lives were lost. Why was this individual allowed to even obtain a commercial driver's license?
So this initiative that started in Florida last month happened because 3 people lost their lives, okay? Just imagine trying to get to work, you're on the freeway like normal, and then all of a sudden this huge semi-truck comes barreling the wrong way on the freeway. Like, how horrifying.
2018, he illegally crossed the border. How did somebody who failed 3 out of 16 questions on the roadside exam manage to get a CDL in any state? He did it in 2, Washington and California.
So it was reported that the driver entered the country illegally in 2018 and failed an English proficiency test, okay? But he was still able to attain a commercial license from both Washington and California. Now, before some of you guys get down in the comments and say, hey, I know plenty of people that don't speak a lick of English but can drive. I know a couple of people as well, and yes, they can drive. Some of them have been in car accidents, some of them have not. Just like anyone has a possibility of getting into a car accident, regardless if they can fluently speak English or not. But the thing is, we're talking about a CDL driver's license. You are getting paid to drive commercially. You're getting paid to drive these semi-trucks. So I think the responsibility should be just a little bit higher, right? So maybe they need to raise the standards for these positions. And I think one of the requirements should be that they're able to speak proficient English. I mean, last I checked, we are in the United States. The majority language is English. So, I mean, is that like a crazy requirement? I don't think so. You guys, let me know down in the comments how you feel about that. So in my opinion, these type of jobs that are very important, you're dealing with a lot of safety issues. Being able to communicate with the general public is very important. You need to be able to communicate effectively, especially if there's some type of emergency situation that's happening.
It's unacceptable. This is why President Trump has a mandate from the American people to fix this problem. This is an indictment on Gavin Newsom, his failed policies, and his lack of leadership, and frankly, his lack of focus on American citizens and the American people.
So there could be a little bit of a debate of him passing the test. Did he really pass the test correctly? You know, Google says you can miss 3 questions.
How did somebody who failed 3 out of 16 questions on the roadside exam manage to get a CDL in any state? He did it in 2, Washington and California.
But the real issue is him not passing his English proficiency test, because once again, according to Google, you generally cannot get a commercial driver's license, a CDL license, in the United States if you do not speak English. And so what they touched on in this story is that his English was broken at best.
Lieutenant Governor, as we're watching video of you literally physically escorting him, what was he like? Did he show remorse, and how was his English?
Well, his English was broken at best, and frankly, he showed no remorse. He was not very conversational, and ultimately, on the roadside, I think you heard our sheriff talk about that, he didn't show anything, just a blank slate, completely uncaring about what happened. 3 lives lost on the side of the road. Didn't even go check on them. That's heartbreaking and it's unacceptable.
So as we can hear, he said his English was broken at best, but the thing that really caught my attention was he said this guy seemed unremorseful, and when the accident happened, he didn't even go check on the people. So not only is that just wild, period, even if he was, a fluent English speaker, if he was an American citizen, going to check on someone after a tragic accident is a given. That's just showing that you're a decent human being. Also, he was on the job. What is his job protocol if there's an accident? I just don't understand. I don't know what he was doing, what he was thinking. He just honestly didn't care, It's just crazy to me.
And Lieutenant Governor, I just want to quickly get to where this goes next.
We're going to keep pushing him. We're going to throw the book at him if that's how this goes. He's got 3 counts of vehicular manslaughter. That's up to 30 years itself. So he's going to do some time. And when he's done with that, then he'll get deported back to wherever he came from.
So to add to this story, there was some body cam footage released of him getting pulled over and getting a ticket, and it shows his interaction with the police officer who's giving him the ticket. And from the video, we get a better idea of how well he was able to speak English.
In the racket, my first time, in the already in the 5 year, in the no ticket.
No tickets?
Yeah.
I hate to be the first guy to write you a ticket, but...
Full name, sir?
Yes. This is the one that you'll take care of within 30 days, okay? And then just choose one of those options right there.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. And this one right here is your inspection. Drive safely, all right?
Thank you.
Have a good one, sir.
Sir, in my no license in the ticket,
What's that?
they send the ticket in the no my credit.
I'm sorry, I guess I don't understand what
Maybe in this my ticket, in the my license.
Don't quote me on this. I think a ticket will stay anywhere from 5 to 7 years, depending on what state you're from. Anywhere for that long, okay? Okay. All right, have a good one.
So as we heard him interacting with the police officer, it seems like the police officer understood him for most of the conversation. There were a couple of times where he had to ask him again what he said.
What's that?
They send the ticket in the no my credit.
I'm sorry, I guess I don't understand what it is.
And I was right along with him on those parts. I was having some trouble understanding what he was trying to say, but at the end of the day, he was able to carry on a conversation, even though he obviously struggles with the English language. And so that being said, there were conflicting sides to the story, okay? Some people are saying, oh, his English is fine, okay? It's nothing wrong with it. He was able to explain. He was obviously able to pass the test, which is a hard test. And then you have some people saying it doesn't matter. He was completely negligent in the situation. He broke the law. 3 people lost their lives. And so he needs to be held accountable, English speaking or not. And I totally agree. No matter who's in the situation, when you make decisions that are obviously very negligent, illegal, first of all, because he was not supposed to be doing that, then you should be held accountable to the full extent of the law, especially when that decision has cut the lives short of 3 people.
3 innocent lives were cut short, 3 lives lost because of failed policies in California, because somebody who shouldn't have had a CDL was here driving, and frankly, we got to let our citizens know, Floridians know, that we've got their back, we take this seriously, and we will not fail them.
Well, you guys, that's going to be it for today. Let me know what you think about this story. Do you feel like proficiency in the English language should be a must when people are trying to obtain their CDL licenses? Or do you feel like, if they pass the test, that's just it. They pass the test and it's fine. Just give them the license and let it be. Let me know your opinions down below. If you enjoyed the video, please remember to leave it a like. And if you're new here, subscribe.
But ultimately, we got to stay aggressive. President Trump has a mandate from the American people. Florida has led on this issue. I would love to see other states step beside us, be bold, support the president's approach like Governor Ron DeSantis has. Florida leads from the front. We have to take this seriously. That's what the American people want to see.